public, but I wanted to get on and do the thought of the day. So today is all about justice. So we saw the Cohen Congressional Hearing today. Gosh, some of the highlights. So Jim Jordan absolutely lost his shit. He was spitting mad, screaming, trying to stop the hearing, trying to pause it every chance he could. He said like a lunatic. Like, he could have got on there and made his points and at least sounded like a gentleman, but instead he chose to try to intimidate Cohen, which was really funny because, I mean, Cohen's a lawyer, and there's a reason Trump hired him in the first place, because he's very polished and he's very likable. I had a really hard time all through the hearing. I kept having to tell myself, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy, because he comes off very penitent, and maybe he is. I mean, I can't judge like what's in the man's heart. Maybe he's seen the damage he's done, and maybe because he got over his, he had to reconcile what kind of person he is, and so maybe he's maybe he's looked at his life and the damage he's doing to his family. Maybe because before he thought he wasn't going to go to prison, that he could get off, and that Trump would back him up, and it was pretty clear that Trump was going to throw him under the bus. So yeah, maybe the man's repentant, but either way, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not here to judge him, but I did think it was funny when Jim Jordan tried to intimidate him and almost threat him in his words, and how he kept calling him out as a liar and saying, well, why should we believe you now? Well, it's really funny. You're a liar, and so why should we believe you now? Yeah, he lied for Trump. So by you saying he's a liar, you're admitting that he lied for Trump. And then Trump sent documents for statements that Cohen made and arguments that Cohen made on his behalf. So when your lawyer does something on your behalf, it's because you've asked them to. So if you've lied on your behalf or they've lied on your behalf and you've allowed it, you're a liar. So calling Cohen a liar is just ridiculous. I mean, they tried to be very careful about not bringing up the lies about Trump. I mean, they made it about Cohen's tax law and so on and so forth, which is funny because, I mean, birds of a feather flock together. Do you think Cohen didn't learn these tricks from, some of his other, some of the associates like Trump and other people? You don't think they sit around the water cooler and say, hey, this is how I got away with not paying this tax? I mean, Trump is famous for not paying any taxes, so chances are, the tips trickled down. So anyways, that was really funny. Also, another remarkable thing, I thought AOC, Alexandria Ocasio, I barely can say her name because I see her on Twitter all the time, so it's like you just see their Twitter handle all the time. But anyways, she was remarkable. There's a few things that I haven't liked about what she's done in the past, but she was remarkable. She was calm and cool and collected, and you tell she was listening really well to when other people were speaking and taking notes, and she just knocked it out of the park. I mean, she asked very intelligent questions. She made it clear that she knew what she was doing, and she set it up so that Cohen's testimony could be used against Trump. So I was really proud of her. I was also really impressed with Rep. Lewis. I'm always impressed with Rep. Lewis. Like, the man is like a saint as far as I'm concerned. He's a really sweetheart. I really, not only did he conduct himself with dignity, which when we've seen these other hearings, usually the chair is just like a nightmare. Is usually kind of pushes their weight out. Rep. Lewis did not do that at all. He was respectful. He was very good at being diplomatic with all sides and, smoothing over any rough patches. He didn't let it become a circus or show. I really liked what he said to Cohen at the end. I thought that was really compassionate and kind and loving, and it just shows what kind of man he was. He gave him some things to think about, like, this is your chance to move forward in life and do better for your family and for yourself. Like, do your time, pay your debt to society, and then come. So I really liked that. I was really appreciative of that. Also, who else was I thinking that well, I'll probably do another video on this because there's so much information to cover. But the highlights were that you could really see justice being done and the right way. I felt like, for the most part, most parties conducted themselves well. A few of them threw their weight around. But ultimately, it was more civil in the way it should be. And justice was being had. And, I mean, the American people have screamed for justice for so long. And we got to see the groundwork being laid out for that. We got to see an honest hearing where facts were being presented that could later be revisited by the various legal powers that be, by the various offices that would be in charge of impeaching and prosecuting, I have still this cold, Trump and his family. So, and other people, it looks like, there's some hinting that maybe Sean Hannity might be one of those people. It wasn't like clear, but I picked up on that, and I saw that other people did as well. So anyways, I was really happy about that. As somebody who has experienced being in a situation where people with money and power can really, who've hurt you or hurt someone you love, or people that you care about, get away with their crimes, and they get away with them over and over and over again. You've gone to multiple hearings and trials, and no one's listening to you and no one's hearing. It did my heart really good to see things going about honestly in this hearing, and seeing that that they didn't allow these people to really twist it too far out of control, and they put them under control. So I think good things are going to come out of it. So ultimately, I'm going to bed happy tonight. I'm really excited about what's coming ahead for her. I say excited a lot, but that's because I've been so excited the last couple weeks of the things I'm seeing. So, anyways, I hope you join me next time. I hope you leave me some comments about what were the best highlights for you today. And anyways, you have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.